You didn't answer me. Do you know where our son is?
I thought he was with you, Lindsay. What is this about him being gone?
Well, apparently Will and a few of his charming friends from prep school thought the appropriate way to celebrate their being sprung was to hop in a car and take off.
Where, pray tell?
Oh, well, that's the fun part. He didn't say. He left a note explaining he wanted to see the country. Unfortunately, he didn't say which country.
Okay, well, you know, you can assume since he's in a car, I mean, it's probably this country.
Oh, no. He's perfectly capable of driving that car up to a dock and jumping on a ship to who knows where just to be irritating.
All right, it's an irresponsible stunt, okay? I mean, what's going on with the kid?
Well, I was hoping you could enlighten me on this. I mean, did he say anything to you at graduation?
Well, no, hardly. He kind of wheedled his way up to me at one point and said, "Hey, Dad," and then proceeded to ignore me the entire rest of the time.
Well, aren't you the lucky one? He spent most of the day being condescending to me. Thought you must be giving him charm lessons. Can you think of anything that might have upset him?
Well, he was totally ticked off that he had to come to Landview this summer, but he knows the score. He spends the summer with me, and this summer I'm going to be here.
Why? I thought your big case was over. But of course, some things are never over, are they, Sammy? Are you okay?
No. You?
Oh, I'm in my usual condition. Confused about Todd. Every time I think I finally got us pinned down, he sets off another surprise.
Good or bad?
Sometimes that's not even clear.
Well, I have a surprise for you. I owe you an apology.
This worked out really well. Thanks for being my date.
Hey, I'm sorry you didn't have a great time.
Nah, what are you talking about? Who says so?
You, in not so many words.
Well, I'm sorry. I guess that was rude of me. Apologize. Am I that transparent?
No, I just think I know you well enough to know how you feel about Kelly, and it's gotta hurt to know how she feels about your cousin.
Well, Kelly's a collector of lost souls. She'll find the good in someone even if it doesn't exist. As in Drew. You know, I really don't enjoy feeling this way about my cousin.
You really hate his guts, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Hello, son.
Told him I didn't want to see you.
Well, you know, I used to run this place, so I think they're more likely to listen to me than they are you.
It doesn't matter. I got nothing to say to you.
That's okay. That's your right. I think I have some rights, too, though. I think I have the right to an explanation. You said you came back here because you wanted to earn the name Buchanan.
Yeah, that was a bunch of crap.
I think this is you and Georgie setting me up. It makes no sense to me that you would go all the way through the academy, you know, and you'd bust your hump harder than anybody else, and you would end up graduating #1 in the class.
Yeah, sure it does. You bought it, didn't you?
You didn't set me up. You set yourself up. And I know why, because you wanted to keep me out of Statesville prison. Thank you. I don't know how, though. How did you get everybody to believe that you killed Georgie?
Hello. Excuse me, do you happen to have some of those frozen burritos that you can zap in the microwave before we're out? Oh, dog.
We're wasting time here. Come on, let's go.
No, look, hey, if you want me to help you prove whatever it is you want me to help you prove, then I need some food because I'm going to die of starvation,
Food,
okay?
food. Here, have some orange slices. Have some caramel.
I
Go
don't
ahead,
like
take it.
these. I want something
Well, then pick it out.
Let's see. Like these.
Okay. All I want to do is prove to you how dangerous Todd is, okay? So could we get out of here so I can show you that he quite possibly, no, probably killed Georgie? Where are their flashlights?
We're out.
Great.
You know, why, Max, why
What?
did Drew confess?
To say Bo's bacon.
Why did Bo confess first?
To throw suspicion away from Drew.
Oh, look, they have Yummy Bears. Star absolutely loves these. I took 2 of these.
You better check the expiration on those. They're probably expired.
What do you think? Good down. Probably candy bars. I'll get one.
Here.
Yes. Oh, now these are really nifty, Max. We're gonna do some investigating with these Whoppers. Woo!
Better than nothing, all right? Too much?
Very good.
Hey, Toots. Hate to break your concentration here, but could we get rung up?
You know, Max, I know that everything that you're saying here is logical, but I just can't picture Todd doing something like that.
You just don't want to believe the father of your child is a killer.
And she spends all of her time with Todd these days. And just thank God she's not with him tonight, because if it's true,
We won't be able to.
I just hope and pray it's not.
That'll be 9:50.
One Life to Live, brought to you by...
Many more.
Okay, no more Kelly, no more Drew.
Hey, no more Kevin, no more whining.
You're not a whiner. You're not. So what do we talk about now?
Well, have you found a good brand of sealing wax?
All
right.
Okay, so what's going on with your life?
Me, well, I've been putting myself into my new job a lot. It's great. And in fact, it's actually getting really late, and I have an appointment with a physical therapist I think might be great for David.
At this hour?
Hey, you know hospital hours. She's just getting off shift.
You're leaving me now? We just got started.
I tell you what, if you wait, I'll come back.
I think you're worth waiting for.
All right.
Nora, you don't owe me anything.
Yes.
Much less an apology.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I was dead set against you being on the defense team because of your connection to Todd. Because I was sure that it would cost me my marriage. And what do you know? I lost my marriage all by myself.
Oh, come on. It isn't over, is it?
Not if I've had anything to do about it. Maybe I don't. Anyway, I wanted to apologize for not trusting you.
Well, trust isn't always easy.
Oh, you're telling me. Tell you, this probably isn't my place to say it, especially based on everything I've ever said to you before, but if you have the chance to put your marriage right, and you really want to in your heart, then try before the chance is gone.
Look, did you try tracking him down?
No, I just ran screaming to you. Well, of course I did. I called the other boys' parents. They don't know where they are either. Listen, I was just hoping that Will might have said something about where he wanted to go.
Not a thing. You can be sure it wasn't Landview. Look, he's just acting out, that's all.
Well, that's fine. I just want to know where he's doing it. God, I hate this. I hate the way he drives. I don't much care for the kids that he picked to go with. They're both scholarship kids.
Oh, really? Not our kind, huh, dear?
That's not what I meant. I simply meant I don't know those families. And I wish you'd stop making light of this.
I'm not. I'm just as upset as you are. Believe me, I am. It's just, I can't help but think that that's what Will wants. Look, you remember when he was 12? He took off for the cabin at the lake, just without saying a word to anybody.
Yeah, left us stewing for 2 whole days until I found that note that he had deliberately half hidden. Why are we letting this kid manipulate us?
I'm not so sure that we are.
What?
Look, Lindsay, you know as well as I do that Will can take care of himself, all right? He's gonna call. Sooner or later, I hope sooner.
I hope so.
I know so. You and I both know that you could have done this conversation with a phone call. So why don't you tell me? What are you really doing here?
Told you I have nothing to say to you. I did what I did, and I'm gonna pay for it.
You didn't need to do it. I told you I would find the killer. And don't give me that song and dance about you being the killer, because I know otherwise.
How?
I know my business.
How are you gonna do your business locked up in here? Stripped of your title, everybody thinking you did it?
Well, my plan was to use my son, the cop, to prove otherwise.
Yeah, some cop.
I would just point him in the right direction, you know, give him a nice gentle shove, and then he would use his brains, and his skills and his guts, and he'd find the real killer, and I'd be free. But no. You had to do it your way.
You know, if there's one thing I have learned in this past month or so, Dad, it is that I am one lousy cop.
Bull.
No, I had this big idea I could come back here and be like you. Be a Buchanan. You know, enforce the law instead of breaking it. But you know what? I couldn't do it. And two people got killed in the process. I deserve to be right here where I am right now, letting you take over the job.
The job? You mean the job of finding the real killer? Uh-huh, that's what I thought. You didn't want me to be the decoy, you had to be the decoy. That was your plan.
Yeah. It's a nice theory, Dad, but it's a bit sentimental. You know, everybody else seems to know this to be true, but you're looking straight in the eye of the killer.
Not exactly the way I would have done it, but what the heck, you can count on me, okay? I'm gonna go find out whoever did this. I'm gonna put him in here, I'm gonna get you out.
I know that Todd can be mean and maybe even violent sometimes, but I just can't believe that he would attack a pregnant woman. I mean, if he likes anything, it's children.
Well, perhaps he didn't know Georgie was pregnant.
Maybe not. The way he was riled up when he told me about it probably wasn't. Thank you.
Pleasure doing business.
In here before. Unnaturally well-coiffed, strangely well-groomed.
They just left.
They say where they were going?
No. They just talked about some creepy guy they both know. You buying something?
Yeah. I'm gonna buy one of these. Might be useful.
What's the real reason? Well, our son's not good enough reason.
Oh, come on, he's a good enough reason, but you and I both know that if you really thought anything was wrong, you would have called me, then you would have called the police, right? I don't know, it's just a guess on my part, but I got a feeling that you used this as a very convenient excuse to come down and check out, Nora.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, get over yourself.
Well, I will if you will.
All right. I will admit to a certain morbid curiosity.
Aha!
Especially about the love goddess.
Hey, don't start that.
Start what? You know, I must say, it is awfully convenient for the Landview creme de la creme to have gathered so nicely in one spot just for me.
Look at how your brain works. You know, as a matter of fact, this just happens to be a very nice gathering of people who are here to celebrate the high school graduation of a very nice young girl.
Oh, you better tell him to hide the car keys. And as for the woman who largely defined our marriage, I must say I never expected Nora the Ineffable to be quite a basket case.
Just cool it, okay? Nora's going through a very difficult time right now. Her marriage is in crisis. It's just really tough, and she doesn't need any help from you and your judgment.
Well, you know, Sammy, you can snipe away all you want. All it proves to me is that you're in love with her and always have been, always will be.
Oh, stop it. Just stop it. Stop it.
Stop what? I guess I've never quite gotten over being the one you settled for.
Hi, I just came to tell you that I was leaving. And, Lindsay, it was really nice meeting you, however briefly.
Yes, it's great to finally meet a legend. You are everything Sammy's always said about you, and more. Well, guess I better go check my messages and see if Will called. Excuse me.
Look, I'm sorry about this. You can see why she's my ex-wife, I guess.
Not to worry. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Hi.
I need to speak with you about Todd.
What the hell is going on? I just went to my office. The key wouldn't work.
I'm sorry, Bo. That's not the way I wanted
John,
this
you
to
have
happen.
nothing to be sorry about. Did you really think that it would be that easy to just roll back into your job?
Is there a problem?
Yeah, in the first place, you confessed to a crime you didn't commit, which, as you may know, is a crime in itself. Perjury.
I wasn't under oath.
You know, that may be. But now the murder suspect is your son, and that's a flagrant conflict of interest. And, of course, there's still the matter of who fathered the murdered girl's baby.
And you think you can use all of this to get rid of me?
I already did. The governor himself has ordered that Sykes stay on as acting commissioner while you remain on suspension, indefinitely.
You are really a piece of work, Graham.
Well, I'm not the issue. So, considering your new status, I suggest you clear out the office you've been using so that John here can settle into it.
Believe me, Bo, it's not my choice.
I know, Jack. Take care.
I'll get your key.
Thanks.
Hey, Bo. Hey. What are you up to?
I'm picking up what's left of my life. Just need a couple of boxes to put all the pieces in.
What are you doing here?
I needed to see you. Are you all right?
What do you care?
Drew, it's me. I was there when they arrested you. When they took you in, I told them it was a mistake.
Yeah, well, you're making the mistake. Get out of here. Go home.
I don't understand why you're being like this. I mean, you're acting as if nothing happened between us. Did that not mean anything?
No, nothing did.
You kissed me. In the cemetery, we kissed each other. I know that meant something.
Yeah, you know what it means? It means you're pretty naive, Kelly. I was taking advantage of you.
You don't mean that.
What do you think? Why do you think I'm in here? Because I'm a nice guy?
I don't know what's going on, but I know you don't deserve to be here.
Were you in the police station? Did you hear what they said? I killed Georgie. Did you hear me deny it?
No. But I also heard you say a lot of other things about plotting a scheme with her and framing your father, which none of it is true.
Well, then you're more than naive. You're stupid. Go home. Go to Joey. You guys are perfect for each other.
You know something? I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere until you convince me that the man, the hero who delivered that baby and saved its mother's life, could also kill a mother and a baby. His own baby.
So this is where it happened.
This is where Todd did it.
You don't know that. We've checked everywhere from where they found Georgie's body to the door, and we didn't have any proof that Todd was here that night or any other night.
Yeah, we didn't prove he wasn't. Just means we gotta go out there and search again harder. This is definitely where these gloves came from.
Max, you don't know that either.
Oh, come on, it's simple logic. Think about it. Why would Todd keep a pair of fireplace gloves with blood, no less, on them in his office, which has no fireplace?
Well, the penthouse does.
All the more reason not to keep them in his office. What?
That must be your blood.
Which I bet matches the blood on these gloves. The bat was in a canister by the fireplace. That's what it said in your article?
Well, that's what I was told. So Georgie came here, was waiting, and had no idea that her life was about to end, huh? Max, this is really, it really gives me the creeps. This was a bad idea. Let's go.
Okay, come on. Hey, just because a murder happened here. Look, it doesn't mean the place is haunted, all right?
Look, I'm not afraid of ghosts, but I am afraid of killers.
Whoa, hey. I'm here. You got nothing to worry about.
I don't believe Graham is trying to pull a stunt like this.
He and the governor have been buddies for years. Hank, I'm sure it wasn't too hard to get him to keep Sykes on the job.
Well, I'm not going to support this. I don't care how much he pressures us.
You think twice about that, okay? They can come after you, too. You'd be in the unemployment line with me.
Yeah, well, I'll just take my chances. You are going to fight this, aren't you?
Absolutely not. Graham just did me one heck of a favor. I want to catch this killer, all right? As long as I'm not the police commissioner, I don't have to play by any rules.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I do.
I know, but you do what you have to do, and I'll do what I have to do. I want to spring my son, I want to take that killer, and I want to throw him in the jail cell. That's all. I'll come back tomorrow, I'll get my stuff, all right? I'll see you.
Yeah. You know, what's your problem? You know, the cops believe me. Why do I need to convince you?
Because I know you better than they do. And I don't care what you say. You're not a killer.
Oh, you know me better than they do.
Yeah, I do.
Do you remember last year? Do you remember the guy who lied to you, manipulated you, didn't tell you when Joey was calling, even though he knew how badly you wanted to hear from him? Huh? Do you remember that guy, Kelly? Because that was me.
Yeah, I know that guy, okay? And I'm the one that lied about an accident, killed a baby, and sent my cousin to the hospital for months. So if there's anybody who understands about murder, that would be me. You may have lied and cheated and snuck around, but you are not capable of murder.
What the hell do you know anyway? I don't understand where all this mindless devotion's coming from. You know, okay, we kissed, you know, and apparently you liked it. So did I, but you know what? It doesn't mean anything now.
It does to me, and I don't believe a word you're saying right now.
I give up. You believe what you want.
Did you love her, Drew? Georgie? The woman who was carrying your child?
What do you want? Huh? You want some crime of passion excuse? No, I didn't. I was using her to set up my father, just like I said. She started dragging her feet, so I offed her, bam, with a baseball bat. You know, anybody who stops using their birth control pills deserves what she got.
Okay, I understand, and I see exactly what you're doing right now. You're not telling the truth. You keep lying to yourself, and you're lying to everyone around you.
Ah, surprise, surprise. How did I know I'd find you here?
Do you hear that, Max?
Look, Blair, we are in the woods. You can't let every little noise just spook you, okay? Blair, look, I think you're right. I think you're right. Georgie was waiting here for Bo so she could finish up the plan she and Todd worked out.
Hold on. Why would Todd team up with Georgie to destroy Bo?
He hates the Buchanans.
Well, Todd hates everybody.
But especially them. And none more than Bo. I mean, he threw him in jail a couple of times.
Well, I don't know about this,
Okay,
Max.
wait, hear me out here. Hear me out here.
What?
Look, Georgie was here waiting for Bo, right?
Yes.
Todd decided to stop by early and check and see how everything was going.
Well, Todd might do that.
Well,
yeah.
listen, they got in a fight.
Why?
When does Todd need an excuse to get in a fight? Anyway, I don't know, maybe she said she got cold feet. She didn't want to go through with it, or she wanted more money.
Oh, no, that's really ridiculous. Why would Todd kill her because she asked for more money?
Fine.
Todd doesn't care about money. He would have just given it right
You know what?
to
No,
her.
okay,
What?
maybe Todd planned to kill her all along and set Bo up. Maybe that was the whole thing. Get rid of Bo, and he could take care of the only potential witness against him. That's right. Georgie was here waiting. She was sitting there waiting. Todd shows up. She says, look, I don't want to go through with it. I'm going to tell Bo the truth. Todd flies into a rage. He picks up a baseball bat, and wham!
Todd down, but then he bolted. I am scared for him, Sam.
Well, do you have any idea where he's headed?
No, but I do know that he is not being paranoid. The Buchanans are ganging up against him. Vicky tried to stop it, but I'm pretty sure Kevin is publishing a story that links Todd to the murder. And the worst part is that he extracted some of the information from yours truly.
Oh. So there is some truth to it.
Yes, but they're distorting it totally. I told Kevin off, not that it helped. Look, you and I both know that Todd couldn't have killed Georgie Phillips. Don't you, Sam?
Hello.
Hi.
You looking for Sam?
Yeah, I was hoping to speak to him.
I'm Lindsay Rappaport, the ex-missus.
Bo Buchanan.
Oh, so you're the one.
Well, maybe you didn't hear. They dropped the charges.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant. I meant, so you're the man who actually won the love of Sammy's life.
How'd you get in here?
Well, unlike you, I have friends. Why are you doing this to yourself, Kelly?
What I do is none of your business. Besides, what do you care? You were out with Barbara.
Oh, maybe I was. This is a guy behind bars. What does that say to you?
Well, I know what it says about you. That you think you're better than he is. So therefore, then, you hold yourself higher, and then you're high and mighty.
Right. Give me a break, all right? He's in there because he committed a crime. Several crimes. It's not because he's a victim of today's society. Why are you leading her on, Drew?
Leading me on? What do you think, I'm some kind of idiot that has to follow people around, especially to jail cells?
No, I don't think you're stupid, Kelly. In fact, I think you have an incredibly kind heart. Unfortunately, you just choose to let in a whole world of losers.
Get out. Get out of here right now. Why don't you go back to Barbara? Maybe she could appreciate your superiority.
Fine. If you want a loser, be my guest.
Is it that you can't admit that Todd's a murderer, or that you can't accept the fact that you married a man capable of murder?
I honestly don't know how far Todd would go to get back at Bo or anybody else for that matter.
You know, I still don't understand how you ever got involved with that psychopath.
Look, Max, I was a different person back then, all right? I was at a low point in my life. I'd attempted suicide because you cut me out of your life, and there was Todd, a loser just like me. We just gravitated toward each other, and then I fell in love with him.
That's the part I don't get.
Look, love is arbitrary. It doesn't happen to good or bad people. It just happens. You don't ask for it. You don't fight for it. It just is. And sometimes it turns into be a very lovely thing, like what you and Luna had, and then sometimes it just becomes a real bummer.
Well, you lived through it. You got over it, right?
I guess. You know, I can't help but wonder, what if Todd hadn't gone to Ireland the day after our wedding? Been shot? If I hadn't have thought he was dead, I could say if 1,000 times. It just still makes me sad.
Yeah. But wiser?
I don't know. Maybe. All I know is that I'm different. Having Star changed me.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that one. The Blair I knew certainly wouldn't have given Todd an alibi when he was accused of rape, even if she happened to know that he was innocent. And the old Blair certainly would have never given Kelly back her money.
Good then, because I like the new Blair. The old Blair certainly wouldn't have attracted a good guy like Sam. Good guys seem to steer clear of me.
What am I, chopped liver? What about me? Huh?
What about you?
I'm not a good guy.
Joey's never sounded so mean.
Yeah, well, he made some good points.
You're defending him?
I think you're kidding yourself, Kelly. You're kidding yourself about me, and you're kidding yourself about Joey.
So now you're telling me what to think?
No, I'm telling you what I see. Go after him. It's what you both want.
That's not what I want. What I want. I came down here to tell you. I don't care what the police say. I don't care what Joey says. I don't care what anybody has to say. Because I know in my heart that you're a good person. And you're not capable of murder.
Even if I tell you I am.
I think we've established you're a liar. Drew Buchanan, I know who you are, and I know what you're about. And nobody's ever gonna change my mind about that. Not even you.
So the upshot is, Bo stays out, and John Sykes takes over the commissioner's office.
Well, that's gotta hit Bo pretty hard. Yeah. But I can't worry about him. I'm too busy worrying about our daughter. You know, Drew's arrest really threw her for a loop.
Yeah. And I know she considered him as a real friend. So was Georgie, despite everything.
And I feel guilty because I'm so preoccupied with my own set of problems.
They were big problems, Nora.
They do not justify my ignoring my daughter. I don't want you to either.
Our daughter. And don't worry, I'm sticking close to her.
Thanks.
But you know, I am worried about you and Bo.
Oh.
I mean, Nora, you know, I always thought that you guys had such a special marriage. But to watch you two go at each other after Drew was arrested, and that was brutal.
My husband doesn't trust me. You know what he accused me of? He said I didn't care about Drew because he wasn't my own child.
Look, Bo was just angry.
Yes, well, so was I. Oh, no, maybe he was right. I always felt that Bo and I were just so close and so bonded that not having a child didn't matter.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right.
You know, I also realized that Rachel is what's kept us so close, you know, as friends, even after we split up. So I began to wonder if Bo and I were incomplete. Is that why we fell apart so quickly? Is that why I've lost him?
I've heard an awful lot about you.
From Sam or from the newspapers?
Both.
Well, either way, it's probably it's not anything good.
Oh, I don't know about that.
What brings you to Lambview?
I came to see Sam. Our son is missing.
You're kidding. Did you call the police?
Oh, yeah, I shouldn't say he's missing. He's flown the coop, so to speak. I know what he's doing, I just don't know where he's doing it. The truth is that he and his friends are off on an extended joyride after high school graduation.
You gotta be worried sick.
Yeah, I am. I don't think he's gonna do anything stupid. I mean, I'm sure he's not gonna do anything stupid.
Kids, you know, what they won't do, what we won't do for them.
Especially you, from what I've heard. You know what? I really admire a man that would put his family above everything else. Unfortunately, I just didn't marry one.
Well, come on. From what I know about Sam, I kind of doubt that.
Okay, maybe I'm oversimplifying, but he did leave. And I'm having a really hard time getting him to focus on the children. So to meet a man that would sacrifice himself for his son.
Yeah, it's too bad it didn't work.
Well, you know what? I hope it works out just the way you want it to.
Well, thank you. That's one of the things I'd like to talk to Sam about.
Looks as though he's still busy, so I'll tell you what, why don't I buy you a drink while you wait?
Hey, there you are.
Hey,
Hi.
who I was hoping to see.
Yeah, well, what a coincidence. I've been looking for you.
Good.
You tired?
Raring to go?
Hey, let's go.
You can't think that Todd is capable of murder.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to think. Todd has been acting so bizarre lately. He out-bizarres his usual bizarreness.
Well, of course he has. He's scared. And that always brings out the worst in him.
But if he's innocent, what is there to be afraid of?
He is afraid that the Buchanans are going to come after him and pin this murder on him, and that is exactly what is happening. Sam, I don't know what he might do.
You have no idea where he might have gone?
No. Let's see. After he and Bo got into it, he was a real mess. So I was wiping his face, then he looked at me, and then he looked past me at Blair. Then Max and Blair kind of took off together in a hurry. And that's when all of a sudden, Todd decided he had to go. I tried to get him to stay.
He went after Blair and Max.
It's a possibility, but why?
I can't say the Max I knew back then was good. Fun, maybe, but good. And now, well, that's a question only you can answer, Max.
Well, all I can say is I try.
You know, it's hard being good when it goes against the grain, but I think it's worth it for our kids.
Especially for our kids. But that is something that Todd is never, ever going to do. Not for Star. Because Todd murdered Georgie right here, then he dragged her body outside and buried it while wearing these gloves.
I am certain of that. Now, you tell me the truth. Aren't you?
Did you hear that?
Sounded like it was in the cellar.
Oh, great.
Oh, come on, it's just probably a mouse or something. Come on, look, I'll prove it to you.
No, I'm not going. I don't like mice, and I certainly don't like noises coming from dark places where there was a murder.
When you have fear, look it in the face.
Max.
Come on.
I'm gonna go.
Ready? Watch step. In here? Nope. Musty old dear. What do you think could be in here, huh? Hello, Ace. Oh, yeah. This could be fun. See? What'd I tell you? Look at that, right there.
Yeah. Hell of a mouse. That's more like a rat.
Oh, man. Great year, too. All right, come on. Let's get at it.
Max.
Hey!
Hey! Let's...
Hey! Come on!
Hey!
What? All right, come on, let us out.
Hey, help!
Hey!
Come on!
Help!
Please!
Come
Please
on!
let us out of here!
Let us out.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live.